some point, a lot of white people like Mr. Adams undoubtedly throw their hands up and say, I'm done. I'm out of here. I've had it. Why is that surprising when for years the Rasmussen poll has found that of the four major racial groups in America, blacks, whites, Hispanics, and Asians, when asked which group is more likely to be racist, whites say blacks are more likely, Asians say blacks are more likely, Hispanics say blacks are more likely, and get this, blacks say blacks are more likely. Again, none said the majority of any group was racist, but of those who are, a greater percentage of blacks said blacks compared to the other three groups.
What's going on, everyone? Sauce Kenny here today. We're reacting to a Larry Elder exposing this uncomfortable reality in America, bruh. As you saw from the intro, that was some, oof, boy, hey, for Asian hate, stop Asian hate, the main perpetrator of hate crimes against Asians are black people. That's the truth, right? And as you're going to see in this video, you're going to see kind of this cognitive dissonance that it seems like black Americans or black people in general are taught about another group of people. That if you inversed it and white people are talking like how some of these black people are about to talk right now in this video I'm about to show you, they'll be deemed the racist. Bruh. But for some reason, the people that claim that they're the most affected by racism perpetrate racism and think they're going to actually solve problems and unite the country. That makes no sense, guys.
It doesn't make sense.
But hey, I digress. Let's get into this video Larry about to expose.
And do you think that when blacks proudly, cheerfully, enthusiastically make derogatory, offensive, racist comments about whites, it's going to have no effect whatsoever on how white people like Adams think about black people?
What are white people superior at?
What exactly are white people superior at?
They're real good at violence.
So that's a generalization, right? Black people, especially black women.
How dare you?
Y'all get mad when people generalize y'all a lot, but y'all quick to generalize them white folks, right? And this is racism. Clear and simple. That's what it is. You can't go and disparage, have prejudice against a whole group of people, right? And I throw this stat all the time that 95% of white people have no, at least white Americans, have no connection to slavery at all. But all of them are colonizers. All of them are slave owners. All of them hate white people. Sorry, not white people. Black people. They talk about, well, white people are superior at violence. Well, the stats don't bear that out. The stats here show that 50% of homicides, almost 50% of homicides, are done by black men. So y'all coping or y'all projecting? I don't know which one. If you look at statistics, who's lower likely to kill you? Homicide? It's a black man. And they only represent 13% of the population. I'm more likely to die at the hands of another black man than a white man. But white people are good at violence. It doesn't matter how it makes you feel. I don't care about your feelings. Those are the facts. The facts is that black people, y'all perpetrate a lot of violence in this country. But if white people make an assumption like that, like I just did, oh, black people are superior at violence. Racist. But you say for some reason it's not racist. Why? Because you're perceived as a retarded kid in the classroom, apparently. And this is what I'm tired of. I'm tired of black people being treated with lower expectations, like they can't upheld the same standards as other groups of people. And that's a sad reality. But hey, I digress. Let's get back into this video. I'm gonna try not to pause it because I get really triggered when I hear stuff like this.
Violence, genocide. It's like stealing people's lives just because they feel like it.
If you are white and you know this is happening and you say nothing, then you're a killer too.
What exactly are white people?
Wow. Bruh. That's like me saying, oh, when black people have this culture of don't snitch to the cops about what happened in the neighborhood. Let's flip it. Let's say a white person did a hate crime against a black person, and the white person said, I don't snitch. Bruh. Don't black people be mad. Black people be mad about that. But we flip it. Oh, black man commits a crime. You know, you witness a crime, but you don't want to come forward because stitches get stitches. Like, come on. Like,
it doesn't make sense.
I don't understand how people can say, oh, racism is bad, but they perpetrate racism themselves. That always baffled me. And this is why I don't get caught up in identity politics. This is why Marxism is so popular in the black community. Because Marxists, they believe in the slogan, ignorance equals strength. Because none of these people have any facts behind them. All this is just assumptions that they're making. All this is just their belief. Oh, they believe this about white people. But if you just say, what are black people superior at? And they give an answer like this.
Insecurity?
Y'all say racism. And no one wants to mention the fact that there would have never been any black slaves if African slave traders never traded y'all to the white folks. But it's white people's fault. Your own people. Slavery didn't come from Africa. Slavery didn't come from America. Slavery was just a human sin. Every society perpetrated slavery, even Africa. But all of a sudden, like, no one want to mention how Africa played a role into black people arriving in America. No, y'all want to focus on America. Bruh. Because y'all know y'all can get something out of America. Y'all know y'all can't get nothing out of Africa. I think that's really it is. But I digress.
Pretending.
Fear. Being fearful of nothing.
Ooh, the pot calling the kettle black.
Bruh.
Fearful of nothing. What black people? What y'all fearful of? I don't suffer from imagination. Y'all fearing racism. Y'all can't even prove it half the time.
Bruh.
A lot of the racism y'all experience is personal. But then when I ask you, oh, can you point out to institutional racism for me?
Nope.
Can you prove systematic racism to me?
Nope.
Can you name me one law on the books that says I can't do something? I'm not allowed to do something because of my skin color?
Nope.
But y'all worried about racism.
Bruh.
I don't understand. And then y'all come in my comment section.
How dare you?
Because I call this ish out. Y'all hypocrites here. Y'all can't claim, white people have to be anti-racist. Anti-racist just means, hey, white people, don't do anything that's in your own best interest, which is folly.
Bruh.
You can't expect a group of people not to do things for their own best interest. The best you can do is have a win-win situation. Okay, we both play by the same rules. But the minute you give one group of people special treatment, aka affirmative action, you create more racial division. And that's what I was trying to explain in the Scott Adams video. Right? And but people in the comment section for the Scott Adams video was telling me, oh, Kenny, that's anecdotal. That's anecdotal evidence. Oh, that one video you got. That don't prove that black people are more are hypocritical.
Bruh.
Here you go. Me and elders exposing it right now. Here you go.
Being ignorant.
Blame.
Letting their egos control their every move.
A lot of these things these people are talking about, black people are very guilty of the same thing. I'll say even more. Statistically, they test highest self-esteem. Black people have more self-esteem than any group of people in America.
Bruh.
Superior at being.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Oppression.
Gaslighting.
Lack of empathy.
Intellectualizing oppression. Did I say oppression?
I think black people are good at rationalizing victimhood, especially with no proof. But I digress.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Taking what's not there. Taking shit.
Taking our ideas.
Copy.
Taking our ideas. What ideas black people have, bro?
Bruh.
Like, if you guys have such good ideas, why aren't you guys out here leading innovation? Every time I look at innovation, I see it's a white dude. I finally found an African American that's innovating stuff, and his name is Elon Musk.
Bruh.
Right? And this is why when you're ignorant of history, you don't realize that, hey, your own people enslaved y'all first.
Bruh.
And then you want to make it seem like, oh, the white man came over there and took y'all.
Nope.
America wouldn't be where it's at today if the Pilgrims didn't came here in an unsettled land, right? Because in a day, if you could look at anyone's history, Africans, Haitians, it don't matter where, you will find that there was a time when tribes took over another tribe, a people took over another people. Like this idea that only Americans, or this idea that white people are the only ones that colonize other people is like is ignorant of human nature. Is trying to give yourself a false sense of pride by saying, black people don't do anything. And here's the saying that that always stuck with me: just because you're incapable of doing something doesn't necessarily make you a good person. I'm just saying, because all I have to do is, okay, if I give you some power, you do this, you'll perpetrate the same thing, and that's reality. But I digress.
Gentrification.
Appropriating things that do not belong to them.
Taking over other people's cultures.
Taking over other people's cultures. Says the lady with the blonde hair. Appropriating other people's cultures. Right? Y'all seem to love playing basketball a lot. Y'all seem to love playing football a lot. Those things were invented by white men. Y'all love the iPhone. Who invented that? White man. But they're good at stealing other people's cultures. Like this is the thing that bothers me. The left will say, hey, America's a melting pot. We have different cultures, different distinction, whatever, and America shouldn't push it, like shouldn't have a uniform culture where everyone has to assimilate to. But at the same time, when everyone bringing their own little culture and everyone's like learning something from other people's culture, y'all gonna say cultural appropriation. When the lady with the blonde hair is guilty of the same thing. Like, this is why I said cultural appropriation is fake outrage. That's just my opinion. But y'all can disagree with me. Here.
How dare you?
I play for those who disagree with me. But I digress. Let's get back into it.
And making you believe that they invented it.
Maybe they're thinking of it as repurposing. It's like recycle and repurpose.
As my grandma would say, them white folk, they'll take it if you don't copyright it.
They are very good at destruction of land, destruction of people.
Like, y'all, black people make all these like racist assumptions about other groups of people, white people. They do like you hear the lady. She say, "Oh, there's destruction of land, destruction of property." What BLM did during the 2020 riots, protests, whatever you want to call it. Got destroyed property, most likely your own people's property, right? But white people are a problem. Now, from an absolute sense, maybe you might be right. There's just more white people in the country, right? But there's no way 13% of the population is so represented in crime, in the prison, and then y'all gonna blame racism on that too. Objection! No, it's not. It's not racism. You go to jail because you committed a crime. If you can prove majority of the black men in prison right now did not commit a crime, I'll agree with you that it's the system. But it's not. No black man is arrested for being a black man. No one's pulled over for no reason. Don't give a police a reason, they won't respond. And it baffles me that all these people have this, they're so sure of it. But the minute you question them, they're gonna call you a coon, Uncle Tom sellout.
How dare you?
And how dare you? But look,
It doesn't matter how it makes you feel.
I don't care about feelings, man. Because I don't suffer from imagination. I only suffer from reality. Show me the reality. If you can show me the reality, if you can show me an instance, I'll agree with you. That is racist. That happened. But to judge a whole group of people just because they look like people in the past that perpetrated those atrocities in human history, we're all guilty of it. I'm done. I'm done rambling. I'm gonna let this play out because we still haven't got to Elder's monologue, and I keep pausing every other video, so I'm gonna let it run.
Destruction of humanness.
Republican, whether you're Democrat, whether you're conservative, like white people are really good at upholding white supremacy.
How about claiming that, they are actually...
Black people seem to be, or at least these black peoples, they seem to really be good at perpetrating victimhood. Bro, what are you a victim of? I'm like, to me, I never had this problem. Like, I had this belief that, hey, I'm just as capable of anyone as doing anything. But these people really bought in. And this is what CRT will do to your kids if you let them get a hold of your kids. They'll do the same thing to your kids. Young, impressionable kids. This is their future if we let them get exposed to CRT. They're going to see everything through a lens of race. Oh, my God, I can't get anywhere because of my race. Like Thomas Sowell said, it's better to have a great alibi than great accomplishments. Because with an alibi, you never have to how you say it? You never have to maintain it. It's always there. With accomplishments, you always got to work to keep it.
Bruh.
And this is what it is. They're using their race as an alibi. Oh, this is why I'm not successful. This is why I can't do anything. This is why the country is bad.
Bruh.
You don't have to offer any proof when you have a mindset like that. But I digress.
A whole separate race, when actually white DNA comes from the black female.
So what exactly are white people superior at?
Honey, lying, stealing, and cheating.
Manipulation.
Withholding information.
Lying,
Telling lies.
This anti-white black racism / wokeism is degrading our society. Whites perceived as victimizers and blacks as victims. When that Georgia jogger, Armin Arbery, was shot and killed by whites, LeBron James, one of the wealthiest people in America, said blacks are afraid to leave their homes.
Bruh.
I'm sure some black people feel that way, but I don't. Right? And most in my based on what research I did in my head, most black people are not criminals. So why would most black people be scared of the police?
Bruh.
It doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. You're only scared of police if you're a criminal. If you know you're doing something wrong, you don't want to see them. But if you're just a law-abiding citizen like I am, you're just walking through whatever. I live in a neighborhood where there's 4 cops. Like, I've never been scared to walk around my neighborhood and one of the policemen mistaking me for an intruder.
Bruh.
That has never happened to me. I've never been perpetrated like, I forget, because I don't do anything wrong. And when I do see cops and they do tell me, hey, go on cross the other side of the sidewalk, there's a crime going, like we're doing an investigation, I listen.
Bruh.
Because a lot of these police instances where it results in violence is usually due to you resisting arrest or you not listening to their authority. A problem that you can fix. Because at the end of the day, I can't control other people. I only can control myself. And this is why I want the black community to think about. Hey, we can't control whether or not other people do something for us, but we can do something for ourselves. And that's the message I want to put out there. But a lot of, like I said, Thomas Sowell, I like that quote. He said, black community rather have an alibi than accomplishments, because with an alibi, they could always have it as a backup. And it's because of this. But I digress. Let's get into the clip.
We are scared as black people in America. Black men, black women, black kids. We are terrified.
Oh, LeBron James generalizing, but no one has a problem with that.
Nope.
As long as it fits their worldview, their narrative, they'll let you generalize. Oh, all women are beautiful. Right? I just lied. There's no way I can possibly think that every woman is beautiful. But they'll accept it because it fits their worldview. When it's something positive, generalize. But if it's something negative that's applicable to most people or most of a group, they don't want you to say that.
Bruh.
Because it's not nice. But I digress.
Really? Let's look at non-violent interracial acts of crime every year. Approximately 500,000. And by that I mean attempted murder, manslaughter, rape, assault with a weapon.
I'm going to give you a clue, guys. I know, but it's facts for a reason. I'm going to give y'all a clue. All these, everything he listed out, the main perpetrators come from single parent households, single mother households specifically.
Bruh.
Which community has a largest rate of single mother households? I'll let you guys figure that out on your own. Let's get into the video.
In 85% of the cases, it is a black perpetrator and a white victim. Only 15% the other way around.
Wow.
Look at the 75.
But white people are hateful. White people are violent.
Bruh.
At least have some proof. If you got some proof behind what you're saying, and you can prove it, like Elder just destroyed your whole narrative about how white people are oppressing you, how black people are victims of hate crimes, which you probably are.
Bruh.
But look at the facts. 500,000 instances. 85% of the perpetrators are black. Come on, guys. And as a black man, as a black person, you're more likely to be killed by another black person than any other group of people.
Bruh.
And everyone's gonna say, "Oh, all people in the same community." I forgot how to say it. Localism, being next to each other, is what's caused that. No, it's not. Because black people do it 5 times more. That means if every group of people killed each other 100 times. Black people kill each other 500 times. I'm just saying, like,
5 most populous counties in America. Blacks commit 60% of the shootings, 60% of the homicides, and 60% of the robberies. Given that when you discuss this, you're attacked as an Uncle Tom if you're black, or a white supremacist if you're white, is it surprising that someone like Adams at some point says, you know, maybe, just maybe, it would be a good idea for me not to live around people whose values are very different from my own? The shocking thing is that more people like Adams have not said it out loud.
Well, that was the end of the video, guys. Yo, Ariel dropped some bombs there. 60% of shootings, robbery. Come on, guys.
Bruh.
Black people are the biggest or large percentage of hate crimes perpetrated against Asians in San Francisco. It's not looking too good. It'll like a lot of black people are not recognizing the truth and the reality. But black people can't be racist. Only a racist will say that. Only a racist will say that you can't do something because of the color of your skin, good or bad.
Bruh.
But hey, I know I'm in my community or in the Black American community, I'm in the minority with this thought process, but I don't really care. I see this as the truth. Come with an argument, not your feelings, because it doesn't matter how it makes you feel. I don't care how you feel about what I said. I care about your statement and your rebuttal. That's all I care about. But hey, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I appreciate you guys for watching to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.